Hello everyone, it's Betsy Pearl and I'm here with Sam and Paul Zerdin.
Yes!
Hi there.
Hello.
How are you?
Good, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, not so bad. I'll be honest, I'm a bit jet lagged.
Well, I'm excited to see you at the QA2.
It is great to meet you. I've heard a lot about you.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. What's your first question?
My first question is to actually Paul.
Oh.
If there were a Paul Zerdin puppet, what kind of puppet would you be?
Well, I mean, he'd just be gorgeous, the Paul Zerdin puppet. He'd be, what kind of puppet would he be? Would you mean, would he be like a soft Muppety puppet like you?
I mean, in the type like, would it be sassy, bossy?
Well, I mean, I guess this goes along with being a puppeteer and a ventriloquist. He'd be a kind of, a bit of a control freak.
Betsy, help me!
Come back.
If you weren't a ventriloquist, what job would you have?
That's a great question, and I don't know. I wanted to be a magician when I first started, and that's what I did for a while. And then after leaving, stopping magic, I kind of started the ventriloquism and the puppet. So I knew I wanted to do something, but I think it would have been a magician. But there were too many magicians around, and my agent at the time, I got an agent, and she said, there are too many magicians, what have you got that's different? I said, I'm working on ventriloquism, and she said, go away and practice. And so I started the ventriloquism, but I think I would have been a magician had I not done this.
Yes.
Yeah.
How rude.
Well, I mean, a ventriloquist is a really rare thing, and it's a rare thing to even do it.
Yes.
I'm not sure how you just don't move your mouth.
Sometimes, when he's tired, it does move.
Shh. Yes, no, it does take a bit of practice. And I think there aren't that many ventriloquists because it does take a lot of practice. And so maybe, and I'm not saying magic is easier, but it's quicker to get an end product. So if you went into a magic shop and you bought a magic trick, you could read the instructions and then you could learn how to do it, practice it a bit, and then you'd be able to show it to someone.
Yeah.
And you'd be able to, you know, have a finish to it. Whereas ventriloquism, there's no fast track, there's no easy way. You've got to learn to talk with your mouth shut, basically.
If Sam can...
She's laughing now. This is supposed to be a serious interview, Betsy. Come on. Betsy Pearl, go.
If Sam controlled you, what do you think he'd make you say?
Oh, I could have fun with that.
He would probably get his own back on me, and he would make me do all sorts of crazy things. And
I'm making it really stupid. Mind you, that wouldn't take much.
oh, thanks.
So you said you were a Jim Henson fan. What's your favourite Muppet character?
I think Gonzo from the Muppet Show.
Oh.
Love Gonzo because he's just kind of crazy, and you never knew really what he was going to do or what he's going to do. Kermit, I think, is an amazing character because Kermit is he's kind of like the straight man to all the other Muppets, but he's also very funny and cute. So he's got all these different personalities going on. And Sam is kind of a bit like that, but I think I was probably most influenced by Ernie and Bert from Sesame Street.
Oh, yeah.
Those were the characters I grew up watching. But my favourite character, I think, ever is Yoda from Star Wars, who was voiced and puppeteered by Frank Oz.
Yes, healthy again, yes. Jedi Master.
I heard you were on the Royal Variety Show.
Oh, yeah?
Who is the most famous person you've ever met in your whole career?
Well, I suppose apart from the Queen, you meet the Queen at the end when you've done the show, and you line up, all these people that have performed on the show line up, and they have to say hello, and you shake the Queen's hand. But you can't speak until she speaks to you. It's kind of like a royal etiquette. But the last one I did, which was a few years ago, I was standing on stage next to Lady Gaga was on my left, Michael Bublé was on my right, and Whoopi Goldberg was over there, and so it was a real, you know, kind of crazy showbiz moment.
Oh my God.
And there was a comedian friend of mine, Hal Cruttenden, who was kind of far over stage left, and I remember we just caught each other's eyes and we were just laughing. We just laughed. It was like, what is going on here? It was really funny. And Lady Gaga was very lovely, and so was Michael Bublé.
If you only stuck with one character voice that you have, which one would you be stuck with?
Well, Sam is the one I've been doing the most for the longest, and that's that kind of...
Hello, hello. Oh my goodness, you got my voice. Yes. Hello, hello.
That's an easy voice to do because I've always done it, but my favourite voice to do is my old man character, Albert.
And yes, hello. Good God, yes, hello.
That's a very comforting voice. I don't know why. It's just a really comfortable voice to do, and it's kind of like a velvety feeling in my mouth.
Yes, hello there. Yes, oh.
Would you rather have an audience full of children or an audience full of adults?
Well, adults can behave very much like children sometimes, especially when they've had a few drinks. And they'll, heckle you, and they can be a bit leery sometimes, and they'll tell you what they think instantly. But then again, there is nothing more honest than an audience of kids. They just tell you how it is. So I think, maybe an audience of kids sometimes.
Are you thinking of a new puppet to get? If so, which one would it be?
These are good questions, aren't they?
Yeah, really good. She's smart.
She's smart. I was thinking of, I've been thinking of different characters. I think I need to have a female character now because all my characters are male. And I think that's because with the voices that I do, it's easier to do a sort of a male voice. One of them is an invisible girlfriend. And I've written the routine, and I know it sounds a bit weird.
It sounds crazy.
But it's about a girlfriend, and she's like my perfect woman, and she's invisible, but you hear her voice. And of course, I've got a complete control over her because, she's my imaginary girlfriend. And the first thing she says is, "I'm leaving you." And I've got to try and persuade her. And so I've been working on this routine about an invisible girlfriend. So that might be the next one.
Do you think you could show us one of those voices?
Well, the female voice would be, "Hello.
Is that it?
Hello there. Hello. Hello." It's actually based on my mum's voice.
It's a very interesting voice.
Thank you. That's not quite as interesting as mine, is it? You've got to admit, this is a cool voice. Yes.
Do you like children pretending...
Oh, keep going.
Do you
There's
like-
more to the question. That's awkward.
Do you like children pretending to be a ventriloquist, like trying to do your job?
No, because it means that they're going to take my job away from me and I won't have any work. So I don't want anyone ever to be a ventriloquist. I think it's great. And when you do a show like America's Got Talent, you get lots of people, messaging you on social media and stuff saying, how do we become a ventriloquist? So I'm always very encouraging because I think it's brilliant. And the more ventriloquists there are, the cooler it is. It's about having a laugh, isn't it, really?
Yeah.
And I think it's important to have a laugh. And also, it's something different. So, there's so many amazing things. I fell off again. Don't worry, I haven't noticed. There's so many amazing things now technologically, like, with tablets and computers and things, that which is incredible. But I think there's something really nice and kind of healthy about just learning something like a skill like ventriloquism or magic or something in show business.
Every now and then I go to a musical theatre and
Yeah.
I really want to be on Broadway.
Okay, there you go. And so when you've been to something like that, you feel great, don't you, when you come out?
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Can you sing?
Come
Come on.
What?
What would you sing?
There is a castle on a cloud. I'd like to go there in my sleep. On 10 floors for me to sweep. Not in my castle on a cloud.
That's amazing.
That was fantastic!
Thank you.
Oh, you've got showbiz written all over you. There's a future there.
Thank you.
That was brilliant. You've got to keep doing that.
Well, I've actually got a few questions for Sam now.
Okay.
Are there any
You can go.
Oh, I'll go. You don't think I should just stay here?
All right, you can stay and give me a hand.
Are there any words that you can't say?
That's over to you, really.
Yes, there are some words and letters that are more difficult than others, but I think once you practice and you do it a lot, then you can kind of, more or less say most words. But sometimes there might be a really, really difficult word in a script that I'm doing, and I'll think, well, I might as well make it easier for myself and change the word to an easier word to say.
Oh, that's actually really smart.
Yeah, because it's a cheat.
No, it's just about making it easier for yourself, but I think I can probably say most words.
I've learnt to say that really, really, really famous place in Wales.
Where?
It's a very difficult thing to say, but Sam has been working on this.
Yes.
And you can now say the name of that famous place in Wales. Ready?
Yes.
Go for it.
Cardiff. Next question.
Is Paul a good boss?
I can't stand him. If truth be known, I'm actually looking for a new ventriloquist.
You what?
Nothing. I'm looking for a new ventriloquist.
I'd say he's all right.
Really?
Yeah. He's like a friend.
Well, I'll stay with him till we do the shows here. Theatre by QE2. What's your favourite thing about Dubai?
My favourite thing about Dubai is its creativity and its imagination because it's built so many things now. The Museum of the Future, which
Wow.
I can't believe. There's Expo. There's so many things. I'm not a sponsor right now, but
No, but you sound like it. I mean, honestly, if that's not a perfect ad for Dubai, I don't know what is.
That was awesome.
Here we go.
I'm not as good as you are. Well, I mean, not at all,
I think
really.
you'll be good if you're anything like you're singing. It'll be amazing. Hello?
Hi,
Who's this?
I'm Nana Nolly.
How old are you?
56.
56. You look good.
Thank
I
you.
like your shoes.
Ah,
This is good. And what do you do? What's your talent?
eating.
And there's some great places to eat here in Dubai.
Maybe. What was your name again?
Molly.
Molly. Maybe Molly could sing.
Because you can sing, you can have the puppet sing a song at the end. You know, you can do some jokes and then finish on a song.
You used to do that one time.
And your clothes. I mean, you look like a proper old granny.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're welcome. Look at her mouth. Her mouth is not moving, Zerdin. Look. She's good. She can do it. Look. Her ventriloquism is at work.
Yes.
It's amazing.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thanks, Paul.
It's my pleasure. And good luck with it, because you've definitely got some talent, that's for sure.
I'll say.